I call Todd Muller.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I rise to take a short call in support of the Resource Legislation Amendment Bill being discussed this afternoon. A practical bill, Mr. Speaker, supporting business growth, housing development and effective environmental management. And boy, is this needed. As we have heard already this afternoon, under our current regime, we have a very inconsistent and expensive planning regime. And we've had a number of organisations from the OECD, from Local Government New Zealand, Rules Reduction Task Force, all arguing for and advocating for significant change for many, many years. But the need for these changes, in my view, have been most powerfully voiced by New Zealanders who want to renovate or build a home, start a business, expand their activity and employ more people, Mr. Speaker. And that is why I stand with great pride to be able to support this first reading. And of course, Mr. Speaker, we had hoped that we could achieve more in terms of what we could introduce today, and that's already been well canvassed. We certainly would have liked greater weight to be put around 6 and 7 with respect to economic development and opportunity. But we have got a significant piece of reform on the table for discussion over the next few months. And of course, we have just had a very interesting conversation and contribution by the Māori Party's Marama Fox. And I want to echo some of the points she has made, particularly with respect to ensuring through this bill that Māori have the opportunity to contribute to collaborative processes that are going to be required to be held as either collaborative or streamlined processes as required in this bill in discussion of natural resource use into the future. And quite frankly, that is needed and required in this country. Because for too long, as she has already touched, large tracts of this country who have been controlled by, and that is Māori land, have not had the opportunity to have their voice effectively heard as resource use issues have been debated. Under the old first come, first served model, often their voices were not heard, and so to have the obligation as put in this legislation for them to be assured the opportunity to be participating as other stakeholders do in this country around natural resources and the use of water is appropriate and reflects New Zealand of 2015 and will unlock significant economic opportunity for this country as we do it. Mr. Speaker, this is going to be a significant piece of legislation. I would love to be able to talk further about the benefits that it will deliver, particularly in terms of housing development, because it will be significant. Where I come from in Tauranga, we already have significant embracing of these principles. We have smart growth. We have a very planned approach in terms of how we develop new housing and settlement development. But too many places in this country and areas in this country are not like that. We absolutely need this legislation and we need it now, and I look forward to a very considered discussion and debate over the next few months. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Pini Henare, Tēnā koe.
Tēnā koe, te maanga